Don't we all want to be happy? I think when you ask people, of course. Then why are only a few people making a choice to be happy? Why? You tell me. Why only a few people do that? Because most people concentrate every day on all the problems they have. And some people really, they love to complain about everything in life. And then I have something like, don't you appreciate it? Don't you appreciate that you're here? Don't you appreciate that you can enjoy all these beautiful things around you? Because I think it has a lot to do with appreciation, validation. I had this week, I made a video that is for my other channel, the Crypto Cooking Pot. And while I was making it, there comes a hummingbird here in my house, from the patio and flying within the house, and I had really oh wow, I call them sometimes honeybirds, but they are hummingbirds. And then it flew out in the garden. And I said, thank you. Realizing that bird gave me a beautiful moment. Now I still remember that. And I'm looking in that garden sometimes, is there a hummingbird? And then there is no hummingbird. And now there was, and even coming in my house. And those things are sometimes surprising me. The beauty of nature, the beauty what we receive from nature. Go somewhere where there is a lot of nature. You will see it changes you. Go to a beach and see how it changes you. Because you connect with nature. And seawater is anyway very good for you. Yeah, all the minerals in the seawater is exactly the minerals that your body needs. Does that say something? Does that say something? Now, when you know that, and you know that modern food is really not good, all that processed food, forget it, and then you come at the sea, and all the minerals, what you need, are in that water. So when you get something inside, nothing wrong with that, but it comes also on your skin. It penetrates through your skin. And so it's very healthy to go in seawater. You have a problem with your foot, walk on the beach. Yeah. When it's needed with kind of slippers on, yeah, here they call them chinelas, here in Granada, Nicaragua, chinelas, from Chino, I think. From the Chinese, they have always slippers on. Well, I also. And so, that's very healthy. And coming back to the happiness. Happiness comes from interaction with nature. And the interaction is absorbing it, appreciating it. Not walking through nature and nothing surprises you because green is green. What does it say about you? It tells you you're not appreciating. And when you don't appreciate life and life around you, when you don't appreciate friends with the best attitude to support you when you are in a difficult moment. When you don't appreciate, when you don't validate, what do you get? I think there you get a depression. Although depression has also mineral reasons, missing certain minerals. Yeah, and it's but it's mainly a choice. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is willing to see the beautiful things in life and concentrating on the beautiful things in life. I at one time was leaving a building, Sam, in Costa Rica. I worked with Sam, managing a business, and I walk outside with him and I say, "Hey, look, Sam, look here. See how beautiful that flower is." And it was really beautiful flower. A flower with flowers to all sides, completely round. Beautiful. And he says, "Wow, what is that?" I said, "I don't know, but it's beautiful." And then he says, "I never see these things. You always see these things." Yeah, because I program myself to see these things and appreciate these things. See the beauties in life. Don't you think I didn't have my miseries? Yeah, I had my divorce like many people. Yeah, I lost girlfriends like many people, or others boyfriends. So we all have our misery. Now, people die, and then you can think, "Oh, terrible, now I don't see him anymore," and blah, 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 and okay. Or you say, "Gosh, he had a beautiful life, and he did all these things for me, and all these things when we were together, the fun what we had." That is programming yourself. I hope when I ever die that people don't cry, because there's nothing to cry. It's celebrating life, and life has always an end. Like fun has always an end. And you can program yourself to have quicker fun and more fun. And I'm not talking about only joking around. I like to joke around a little bit, fooling around with people. I like that. And it creates happiness. It creates, how you say it? It creates, people see you. It creates interactions. It creates social contact. Yeah. And some people, when I come, they start already laughing because they know I will make a remark. Yeah. What I do. Yeah. It's only fun to do that. And point is, you can all start talking about, "Did you hear that news yesterday? How terrible. Oh, yeah." And we concentrate the whole day on these things, what they call shows. Remember that. When you look TV, I don't have a TV. When you look TV and you have a show, this is a news show. And then comes all the misery of the world. That's what they present you. In a show. That means they don't care about all the negative things. They only care about the sensation and want to bring you the sensation. But what kind of sensation is that? Pure negative sensation. I threw the TV long time ago out of my house because it's only misery. So when you're not feeling good, maybe you start with that. Throw it out. Yeah? Or connect it to the computer, you have a bigger screen, and use it for something that you say, "Hey, I'm looking for a real nice movie," yeah, or playing some games, or whatever, or do something, whatever, has even an economical purpose, what you can do from your computer. So concentrate not only on the positive things, the beautiful things, but also program yourself to it. Every morning when I wake up before I open my eyes, I wake up like, okay, today this. And I smile already with the idea, doing all these things. And why? Because every time I'm happy that I'm able to do so. I saw sufficient friends and people that I know, because all people are not friends, but people that I know, and they die young. and especially the last couple of years, I see a lot of people in 3 months, the second one, around the 50, that passed away with a heart attack. And you see that more and more, and it doesn't make me happy. That is sometimes like, gosh, what we doing to each other. Yeah. But then I'm thinking like, okay, that person, he had the last 20 years this, and that person did the last 20 years that, and I looked to all the beautiful things they did. One had a beautiful call center, and the other one has around his house a beautiful house, in a way, not a luxury house, but surrounded by nature and everything natural. I can only dream of that. You see my garden here in the back. I have a couple of banana trees, platano, and a couple of other things, papaya at the back. Well, he had 50 papayas and 100 bananas and moringa, and you name it. He made that all by himself. So when I think about him, I don't think like, oh, so bad that he died so early. I think, look what he all did. That's what I remember. What you do. And what you do is, do you bring a positive attitude? Do you bring something creative? Are you doing something beautiful? Sitting in front of the TV, looking to what they call here novellas. Those are drama movies, yeah, and a lot of people like that. And they present people daily with all misery, what eventually could happen in a family, and they concentrate on that. That doesn't bring anything. That doesn't bring happiness. It brings excitement, but it doesn't bring happiness. For sure not. You do nothing, you don't walk, you only sit, and then you have to take in processed food or fast food. Well, you're ready to die with 50, 60 years. When you do that 20 years. Why? You program yourself, you program your body for doing nothing. You know, what you don't use, bye-bye. Yeah? So, you have to program yourself to be positive attitude, constructive, and do something with your life. Look for meaning. Look for doing something. Now, sometimes the meaning is very difficult. You have a job you don't like. You do it already 20 years. Terrible. Really terrible. But you have colleagues who are all like friends. When you have a problem, they all live with you with that problem. They all try to support you. Now, that is very valuable. So, what are you doing? You actually don't go to a job. You go to a social meeting every day. That's what you do. And the job is only a tool to meet the other people and interact with them and talk about the daily things and the daily fun and joke around and sometimes look for a shoulder to cry on. What we all sometimes need. So, but it's how you look at that. That is important. You look at that, I have to go to my job again. Oh boy, terrible. Or you look like, okay, we go to work, let's see how it is with, and call the names of your colleagues. And then you come in, hi, how are you? And the work actually doesn't matter. You do it. You do something positive there. Although you maybe don't like the job because it's you repeat constantly the same things like in factories, but you talk with the others, you have fun with each other, joking a little bit around, and that makes the day. When you concentrate on that, when you're sitting there like, terrible, what a shitty life I have. Well, I tell you, you can have millions on the bank, you can have a castle of a house, but with that attitude, you come nowhere. It's attitude. And that attitude we can program. We can program our attitude. And the attitude of appreciation. Appreciation for the family, appreciation for the friends, appreciation for a job, appreciation for a little thing like a hummingbird that flies around in my house. That is appreciation. Appreciation for thank you visiting me, thank you for giving me this beautiful moment. And then because you thank and because you concentrate on that thankful, on that happy moment, it gives you a lot more moments of happiness. I like to drag that on. Not the negative things. Negative things, okay, it happened, bye, let's go on. And not talk about it for days. What does it happen? What does it help? Nothing. But there are people who like to do that. And it's simply the way how they programmed. Now, life is not easy. And all people, I say, are born with a character. You know these babies who cry until they get what they want? You know those? Yeah? Well, they keep on crying. Even when they're older, they still these crybabies. Or they demand everything. Because that's their character. And they have to learn to live with their character. Also with the positive things. The creativity. The patience, what they have. And others have no patience. They want it right away. And when they don't get it, they get angry. No, that is learning, when you get a little bit older, how you manage yourself, your character. Learn to be a little bit more patient. Learn to count to 10. Learn to appreciate what you have, not what you want. Because all these things that you want are only things. Finally, there are two things what are very important. Social contact and health. And when you talk with people, they admit it. But 90 of the 100 don't concentrate on that. And I say concentrate on your health. Appreciate that. Help it. Help your body to be healthy. Eat natural. And I'm not talking about vegan and all these things. These are all hypes. Yeah? A hype like, be careful with salt. Well, I tell you something, salt is very good. And eggs have a lot of protein. They're very good. And cholesterol, you know what cholesterol is? You have inflammation in your veins, and cholesterol helps there. Yeah? So all these advices, all these hypes, forget it. Eat natural. Don't eat processed foods. Don't eat these chips in these round things. I don't want to call a brand. Okay? Don't eat all that stuff. When you eat something sweet, and you know there is a lady on the corner who makes sweets, then buy those. Yes, it's sugar, but it's better than that stuff what you get out of the factory, with all these fake colors and fake flavors and all that chemical stuff what is in there. And finally all these toxins come in your body. And finally, after 20, 30 years, your system says, your immune system says, it's good enough. Done. So, eat natural, live natural, and appreciate. Appreciate. Now I know that's not easy for a lot of people. You always can call me. Yeah. My number is there. First, send me a message on the WhatsApp for making an appointment. I don't want you to call me while I'm in the middle of a meeting with someone. Or that I walk on the street and can't concentrate on the conversation. Because when we talk, I concentrate on the conversation. I concentrate on you. To hear very good, what are your emotions? What is the problem? What is very valuable to you? What are really the issues? To find out what we can do about it. And so let's see, connect with me with a WhatsApp and let's find solutions. Let's see how we slowly can learn to program you in a positive way, in a way that you say it's you learn to appreciate. You learn to see all the beautiful things. You learn to value what a beautiful life you actually have, what you don't appreciate. And you learn to appreciate it. You learn to appreciate all the beautiful things around you, because we all have that. We all have that. I see people living in a house made with zinc, okay? And they live on a place and they have all the food around them. They live halfway a hill. They have a beautiful view. They live in the middle of nature. Monkeys are in the trees where they can talk with. Yeah, when they wash their clothes, then the monkeys are in the area to look at you, what are you doing? Yeah, and all the other animals, what those people have. And they have hardly income. They have no luxury. The closest what they have are, the stove what they have is so old-fashioned, it's really old-fashioned. And they cook the most fantastic food on there. And they take the vegetables out of their own garden. And you can do that, even in a little garden like this. I make here a part of my food, yeah? Because flowers are beautiful and all, but then I prefer flowers from ginger or curcuma, which have a beautiful flower, and at the same time the roots are growing and are very beneficial to me. Okay, so really, let's see how we can learn you not to concentrate on luxury things which have all no value, but concentrate and appreciate all the beautiful things what happen to you on daily basis, in whatever situation you are. Connect with me. Enjoy your day.